Hey YouTube. Hey, this is the start of a series I am going to do about upgrading the sound system in my vehicle. It's a sound quality build. We're going to start today with the DSP, which is the Zapco Z8 4 version 2. All right, we're going to go through the basic setup of the software. This is what you would see when you first load the software and you don't have the DSP connected. We're doing it offline right now. It said it can't find the DSP. Okay, do you need to enter offline mode? Yes. Right. Once you enter offline mode, this is basically what you're going to see. This is the entire software page for the DSP. And we're going to start over here with the inputs. This is where you assign or change how you want the system to run. With your main inputs, that would be your high level input or the RCA inputs on the DSP. Here, if you only have two pairs into the DSP, you hit two channel mode. If you have four pairs, you go to four channel mode. As you see, it flipped over here to rear left, rear right. Here still has the front left, front right, all the way like that. If you're using the six, you hit six. It assumes you're going to use front, rear, and the sub output from your deck. But for me, I'm going to be using two channels, so I click here. And basically, for each input, you would go through and assign how you want these to go. Now, each thing you assign here corresponds to an output. So you can, if for example, the front left output or channel 1 output, you can sum both inputs together to give you a mono output here. Alright, next up, here is where you would input your speaker distances from your listening position. So is in centimeters, you can't change it. That's just what it is. If you're sitting right here, we sit on the right hand side in the Caribbean. I would sit here and then measure from my tip of my nose to the first tweeter, then this tweeter, all the way down. Just measure and you input your calculations here. Well, yeah, calculations. So let's say 20 centimeters is here. Here, let's say is 17. It's just an example, and here is 15. When we hit calculate delay, as we see over here, it gives us a calculation for our time alignment, which is pretty cool. Not sure how many other DSPs do that. Over here are your channel output assignments. These can be changed. As you see right now, here is green. You can't change anything. Once you disengage that, you can actually go in and change your settings. And as you see, as you apply here, it changes the crossover points over here for what it thinks would be the better thing for you to use. So in a situation like this, once you do everything correctly, you should not damage any speakers. Alright, click that back here. Over here is where you would then customize your slopes for the crossover. We can do 6 dB right up to 48 dB curve. And down here we would set the type of crossover: Butterworth, Lindquist, Riley, Bessel, and same thing for the low pass over here. Obviously it won't let me click here because I have it off. If I come to this channel, then it highlights and you can make a change. Here's your phase for each output. It only does 0 to 180 phase. Over here we have our mutes. We can turn on mute on any channel we don't want to hear. And solo, if we are playing the entire system and something sounds off on, let's say, the front right woofer, once you hit solo, everything else will mute and only that speaker will play. But be careful with this. I've seen some people who have forgotten that this was on and they thought something was wrong with the DSP. Over here is our channel link. So if we highlight the two of these, you realize the two of these also highlight here highlights. As you adjust this and move, it would automatically apply the same thing to the next channel. Same thing here. As we adjust here, it would adjust this. And also for the equalizer, if we change something on the equalizer here, it would automatically put it for both of them. Next up, we have the graphic EQ. Once we hit here, show you the graphic. We hit here, you get the parametric EQ. You hit reset, it automatically brings everything back flat. And let's see over here what's left. Oh, basically the outputs for the channels. Once you adjust here, your gain will go up or down. And over here is our main output for the entire DSP. So it comes standard at 12 dB. You can adjust this to whatever you want once you don't be clipping the amplifier inputs or anything like that. I think that is basically it for this part of the video. Next up, I would do a full run through of basically how I'm going to set up my car. I'm going to input all the measurements in here was not, so you basically see how the software should look when that is done. Okay, I think that is it for now. Yeah, first video. Let's see how this goes.